Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to get started here in just a couple of minutes. But in the meantime, if you haven't had the chance yet to go into the comments section and put in a few suggestions, please do so at this time. We're looking for some multisyllabic words, some relationships, lines of dialogue, titles of stories that you'd like to hear, and other things. Just read the little scrolling thing at the bottom, and you can put more than one suggestion. In fact, we encourage it. So do that, and we will be right back. Hello, it's me again. Thank you all so much, everyone who's tuning in. You are watching the show at home. Ordinarily, you would be seeing us in the Box Theater in downtown Albuquerque. Unfortunately, due to some stuff you may have heard about, we are all online right now. So thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you being here. We are going to do some improv for you tonight. If you haven't had a chance to go and put some comments in the comment section, do that now, because we will be coming to them throughout the night and using them to inspire our scenes. Before we get started, I'm going to go ahead and introduce tonight's players. We got, coming all the way from his home, Wesley Swedenberg.
Hey, yo, yo.
Recently thawed Wes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Oh, no, go ahead.
Yeah, I was hit by a freak winter storm, and the police took me to the hospital, and they thawed me out, and I survived miraculously.
Wes, the clock is ticking. We don't have time for this. Coming all the way from his home is Steve.
Oh, hello.
Hello,
have
Steve.
been the same temperature all day.
Good. Glad to hear that. Coming all the way from his home, we have Jason. Oh, he wanted me to bring him in. Okay, there we go. Jason.
Hello. I went for a walk around like 3 p.m. It was warm out, so I was slightly hot around that time.
Oh, well, good for you. It's cold here in Albuquerque. So finally, coming all the way from his home, we have Eric.
Hello, Kevin.
Hello, Eric.
What was your temperature today, Eric?
Tell us about your temperature.
Temperature, internal temperature, 98.6, usually around that.
Rocking it.
Yeah. Outside, who's to say, really? Weatherman.
Yeah, what is outside anymore?
I don't know. I moved some things from the storage unit, and it was windy. It was windy at the U-Haul storage unit. So
save some of these stories for later, you guys. We are going to start the evening off by telling you all a story that has never happened before. And how it's going to work is I'm going to highlight one player. They are going to have to speak until I highlight another player. They're going to take over at the exact point that the previous person had left off on. And we will continue with that until the story is finished. So the title of this story is, I'm going to use this one from Facebook user. Lame Men at Table is what I'm going to call the title of this story.
The title of this show.
Yeah, it's also,
I feel like that was
all lame men sitting at tables.
Yeah.
I don't know who that anonymous user is, but thank you for that suggestion. We now begin with chapter 1 of Lame Men at Table.
Richard sat down at his table and reached out and grabbed a string cheese that was on the table. He pulled back the wrapper and the string cheese popped out. He didn't eat the string cheese with the strings. He just put the whole thing in his mouth and ate it, just the whole chunk of cheese.
Richard liked to take down things into his mouth, just one entire piece at a time. It couldn't help but disgust Gary, who was sitting across the table from Richard. He watched Richard slowly let the cheese go down his throat, and he just frowned at him in disgust. They had been roommates now for 10 years.
Corey was on the other side of the table, watching Richard and watching the other one. And Corey was indifferent to all of this. Corey had once had dreams to be a lawyer. He wanted to practice real estate law, but his plans did not go as he thought they should have. And at his elderly stage of life, he was depressed most of the hours of the day. He looked across at the men across the table from him, and he
sighed. It was a long, desperate sigh, looking at Gary drinking his Pepsi, Richard chomping down on his cheese stick that he ordered at a restaurant, no doubt, and himself, Corey, the mulch manager at Mulch's. None of them had been.
Whoa, that was chapter 1 of Lame Men at Table. Riveting stuff. We are going to jump ahead in the story because I know you all want to know what happens. This is going to be chapter 17 of Lame Men at Table.
There were now 10 men that lived in the house. Richard, Gary, Gene, Tom, Bill, Abe, Gabe, Ted, Rutherford, and Crispy. Crispy enjoyed eating cereal at the table while the others watched. Sure, it wasn't the most exciting thing in the world, but what else was going on out there? Very little.
At all. But Crispy eating his crispy critters was exciting to them. They made bets on it. Will he finish in a 10-minute span? They slapped money down on the table. This was the most exciting event that they had had in several months.
Their elbows were all packed up like sardines against each other. They were packed in that kitchen watching Crispy crunch and crisp all those crispy critters down his throat. They looked intently. Oh, it started to get hot.
Hot! It was getting hot in there. Gabe and Abe, the twins as they were called, were throwing money on the table. Somebody put a gun right in the middle. At that point, that's when Lance pulled that gun and he said, "Who wants to play a rousing game of shoot?"
We'll never know because that was the end of chapter 17. And we are skipping all the way to the final chapter of this story, which is chapter 76. And just because I feel like it, this chapter is going to be told in an Irish accent because why not? Here's chapter 76.
Jeremy was the newest recruit from the group. To the group. From the group to the group. Nobody knew anymore who was coming and who was going. For so many men had come to this table over the years, over the centuries. There are so many men. Guys named Kieran, Mike McCarthy, O'Donnell, Seamus. Uncountable Irish names that sat at this table getting drunk off
cereal, and they would have a game of Russian roulette. That's why people kept coming in and going, because they would die. They were no longer lame men. They were dead.
Edmund, this was a dangerous place to be a man. Leper Frank, walk out.
That concludes the tale of Lame Men at Table. There's no moral to that story. That was just the whole thing. Thank you very much.
Hey, viewer at home. Welcome to the next scene. For this scene, the scene is going to start with a line of dialogue that must be said at the front, at the first part of the scene, and it's going to have to end with a line of dialogue that's going to have to end the scene. Okay, let's get those lines of dialogues from the comments here. Oh, here we go. So this is the first line of dialogue that the scene must start with. Adios, muchacho. And the last line is this one here, a big rock. Okay, to get them started, I'm going to give them another suggestion of penguins. Penguins. All right, and
Adios, muchachos. You penguins have served me well.
Could we ask something as a bit of a parting gift?
Well, you've done so well. I cannot refuse what your penguin request can be. So speak on, penguin.
Well, the rest of the penguins and I got together, and we'd like for you to stay permanently.
Oh,
So I
dear
guess
penguins.
not to leave.
Dear penguins, that brightens my heart to know that you have accepted me as part of your community. I am clearly not a penguin. I am much taller and faster than each of you, but that you have seen me as one of your own warms me.
Yeah, I mean, at first it was so weird having a non-penguin just in the community, and we talked so much shit about you back then, we're like, that guy is fucking weird.
That I heard some of those whispers and it hurt me. It made me sad. But that you would allow me in, you would feed me what you ate, that you would bathe me as you bathe, that you would share your nests with me.
Well, that's the thing, the nesting, the part that I wanted to really get to. My sister, she's shy, but she's got a thing for you.
You're saying that that she and I perhaps could mate?
Yes.
That I could take care of an egg?
Yes, you would sit there on the egg for her.
I would be honored to do that. I would sit on any egg that you would have me sit on.
Cool, man, because then we could be brother-in-laws.
Yeah. This egg here? This one here?
That's right. I mean, the child's not yours.
No, I understand, but I will sit on this egg as if I am this egg's father.
Yeah, man.
Just awfully pointy in places, this egg.
Oh, I mean, yeah, that's just how our eggs look. They're kind of like, mineral looking, like they're made out of sediment.
Now, hold on. I am a scientist. I know a penguin egg when I see one.
Fine! You got me. You're right.
You little penguin bastard, you're trying to goof me.
I'm playing one last joke on you, motherfucker. It's just a big rock. Ooh.
For this next piece, all of our improvisers, except myself, are going to be in this one. Jason and Eric will be doing a scene. They will be moving around. Their bodies will move, as bodies do. Their voices will be provided by Kevin and Wes. So Kevin will be speaking for Jason, Wes for Eric. Let's jump into the comments to get these four started. Here we go. From Sarah, spiders. Spiders is a suggestion. And begin.
Oh my God.
I know.
There's a spider.
I know. I see it. I see it.
Are you gonna get it? It's in our bedroom.
Yeah. I'll get it.
Okay, well, do you
Don't
want
worry,
me to
babe.
get it? Do you want me, your 9-month pregnant wife, to go after this possibly poisonous creature?
Yeah, you're right. You should definitely not do it. I will take care of it. I am your protector, babe. Don't worry. I'll be right back. I gotta go get I'll go get the broom. Just
use your hands. I don't want, no, if you leave the room, he's gonna jump on me. Please don't. Oh, shit. What do I do?
Hey. Okay.
That's a fly swatter. That's not gonna do the job. God, how am I going to trust you to take care of this child within me if you can't even protect me from a spider?
Babe, I'm sorry. When I was younger, I had a terrible experience with spiders. I felt, that thing at the biopark, that huge nest of spiders that they have in that giant glass dome?
I remember seeing that on field trips and stuff.
Yeah, it tipped over on me when I was 4.
What?
Yeah, so
Oh, babe, you never told me that.
Yeah, I was
I
trying
thought
to
we
act.
were going to share everything with each other.
Yeah, well, I didn't want you to think I was like not capable of killing just a dumb spider. You know, come on, it's just right there. I could just kill it, right? But I can't. All right, I can't kill it because I
Okay,
have.
fine. You don't have to kill it. Okay, you don't have to kill it. We'll pack. I'm going to pack my things. I'm going to get my suitcase. And I'm going to put all of my maternity clothes in this suitcase, and I'm just going to go stay with my mother. Because if you can't protect me, then this just isn't going to work.
What?
I'm sorry you're traumatized, but I have to think about our child.
I'll live. I can live there too, in the attic, babe. Come on.
What I'm trying to say is I want a divorce.
Right. Ladies and gentlemen, this next piece, Steve and recently thawed Wes will be keeping secrets from each other. That's right. Secret words that I'm going to get from the chat. And they'll be trying to get each other to guess throughout the scene. All right. First, Wes is going to turn around and blind himself. After he turns around, he'll blind himself. And I'm going to show Steve the word he's going to try and get Wes to guess. If I can just hold up in the chat. Okay, ready? Okay, hold on. Stay there, Wes. Okay, I'm showing it. Great. Okay. Thank you so much, Sarah. Wonderful suggestions. Okay, now I'm going to turn around, and Wes will come forward. And now I'm going to give you a word, Wes. And hopefully you'll know what to do with it. Okay, ready? Here it is.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, thank you. And now, a suggestion to get them started. I will give them a suggestion, and that suggestion is I'm sorry, my fingers. Get there. I'm panicking. Okay, I got it, guys. I got it. This is your suggestion to get started?
Cool.
All right. And
That is too much energy. Donald, you gotta calm down.
I ate cupcakes today, all right? I ate cupcakes.
You were just bouncing off the walls right now, Donald. I need you to calm down. I got my parents coming in here. The place is a mess.
Go in the cupboard and feed me St. John's wort. That'll calm me down. Woo!
You and your St. John's worts. I'm just gonna get it. I'll get it.
It's an herb that my parents give me when I start bouncing off the walls.
Here. Take a couple of those.
You
okay now?
Yeah.
You calming?
Oh, yeah. I'm calming down. Man, I got Play-Doh all over me. Ugh.
You got what all over you?
Play-Doh.
Oh, Play-Doh. Oh, you leave that for the kids.
Yeah. I know. I just get in it, and I ate cupcakes, and I just started bouncing off the walls.
You start bouncing off the walls. You gotta calm. I need you to write a nice little note for my mother. She loves your poetry, and I need you to write that in a very lovely handwriting.
Okay, yeah, you know me. I always live. I try to do stuff with the best way to do it. I'll do it with the most pleasure for my hand.
Good. I'm hoping you do it with the most pleasure for your hand, and just so like the loops of all the letters just look brilliant. Like it's an old timey letter from the ancient days.
Yes, of course. Yes. Okay.
My mother loves that sort of thing.
Okay. Let me go get the ink. Oh, wow. Yeah, this brings me back to when we used to dirt bike a lot. Remember how we used to just like live on the edge and like do stuff? Yeah.
Love being on the edge. Society's rules didn't even matter to us. We were dirt biking. We were making flips. That was an art unto itself. It was beautiful.
Yeah, then after when it got dark and it was sort of dusk and we made the campfire and we got in our tent and we just made love all night long. Remember those days?
I remember those days. Those were some beautiful times.
Okay, here's your calligraphy.
Those dewy mornings, and we write letters back and forth to each other. Oh, give me that.
I said calligraphy, by the way. Okay.
Oh, you did say it. Your calligraphy is beautiful.
Thank you.
Those classes really paid off.
Yeah, I took them for over 6 years at C&M, so they better have. Hey, what do you say we just open up a box of chocolates and then make our taste buds go nuts with pleasure and just live on the edge and just fill our bodies up with fat and lard and chocolate and cocoa powder.
We want to feed each other some chocolate, just back and forth.
Yeah, and then we'll turn on a bunch of music and just start dancing.
Oh, I like that. I got. I ordered. They're still in the fridge there. Some oysters. I thought maybe we could have some oysters.
I like it. I like living in a way that I just do stuff for pleasure all the time. That's how I live. So I love oysters, and I love an oyster.
All right, hold on. Let me get them.
Okay, I'll just stay here. Yeah. Whoa.
I love it. Excuse me. Oh my! I love an oyster. They're such an aphrodisiac.
I'm just gonna bring down the disco ball so when we start dancing. Here it goes. Man. Oh yeah, here it goes. Yeah.
Have an oyster.
Hey, you're Greek, right? You're Greek?
Yeah. I'm from a Greek origin.
Yeah. You know that guy who lives on that mountain? The
Zeus?
You know what? I think he's one of his cousins or something.
I don't recall Zeus's cousins. I had a Hades.
Yeah, I gotcha. I'm gonna go rev my dirt bike really quick.
You gonna rev that dirt bike? Yeah, go in the yard and rev that dirt bike. That's such an aphrodisiac. I love you when you rev that dirt bike.
You're
revving that bike in the house.
There we go.
What about that Greek god again?
Oh, I think his name's like he believes.
Bring.
Oh, hold on.
Bring.
I think that's my phone.
Oh,
yeah, it's the other
your
phone.
Hello?
Hi, sweetie. It's your mother.
Oh,
I was calling because I know that I was expecting a letter from Gregory, and I was just wondering, is he done? Is he done with the letter?
Yes, he did the letter in calligraphy in his which he learned.
I'm so glad he's done because
done.
He pursues pleasure so much. It just takes him so long sometimes.
Oh, thank Mom. I'll see you soon.
Okay, goodbye.
Bye. That was my mom. We got to get hedonistic real quick. Or hedonism, rather, before she gets... All right. Whoa. This next piece, we are going...
Am I in this?
No, you're not.
No, you're not, Wes.
He could be in it if he wants to be. Take a breath, relax.
So in this next piece, we are hot in Oscar season right now. So I don't know if you've seen Nomadland. I have. I enjoyed it, and some of the other movies.
Sound of Metal.
Sound of Metal, also a great movie.
I heard that was good.
We're going to show you a scene from an Oscar-nominated film. Not either of those two, or any of the ones you've heard of.
Mank.
We're going to improvise right now on the spot. I'm going to highlight
Minari.
each one of... Yes, Minari, also a very good movie. We're not going to do a scene from Minari. Each one of our improvisers are going to deliver their Oscar-winning performance. And let's jump in the comments and see what we got here. Oh, so the title of this Oscar-nominated film we're going to see a clip from is from Kate Maria 9. Foundation series. Foundation series.
It definitely looks like there's cracks in it.
Oh no.
You know, when that earthquake hit, a lot of people's houses, you know, they had some real structural damage. So
I mean, I'm not
afraid
sure if we
that.
can... Sorry,
Listen,
go ahead.
We're just simple construction workers. We can't rebuild a whole town.
Hey, don't talk like that, okay? This town
I'm the
needs us,
mayor.
though, right?
I'm the mayor of this town, and I'm at the end of my rope. I need the town to come back after this earthquake. How can we make this happen?
Look, if we don't fix all those foundations, I'm afraid all those houses are going to come crumbling down.
It's just a whole series of foundations that need to be fixed. It seems
That's
overwhelming.
exactly what it is.
Freeze! Jason Weiler delivers his Oscar-winning moment.
Look, I may just be a simple construction worker / foundational scientist. It wasn't until this moment that I realized my purpose in life. That, you know, maybe I'm not meant to fall in love with Justine, my childhood sweetheart. Sure, we got divorced last fall, and sure, my kids don't really like me very much. But I think what it is I was meant to do all along was to fix the foundations of all these homes in this town. And if I can do that, maybe, just maybe, I'll get the respect I deserve. Maybe people here in Bricksburg will finally look at me and they'll say, hey, Big Joe, you're not just a worthless nobody who goes down to the pub every night and drinks way too much and then stumbles on home. You're somebody, Big Joe. You're somebody.
Jason's Oscar-winning moment.
Yeah.
Oh, Big Joe.
I'm sorry. It's
I
just I really need
appreciate-
this.
I appreciate how committed you are to this job, but I think as the mayor of this town, I think it's time we call it quits and just shut down the town.
Mayor Willoughby,
Freeze! Eric Weiss delivers his Oscar-winning moment.
you know, since I was young, my nickname was Rock. Because you could build a solid foundation on just about anything I did. Well, I've come to realize that men are weak. We are weak in our hearts and our minds. And then when you tell someone that you love them and they don't tell you they love you back, then you will just about break. And you find yourself wandering until you get to a place like Rockford. And you start thinking to yourself, maybe there's something here. Maybe I can start building something here. And maybe I can find love. Okay? Okay? I don't know if you're getting what I'm saying there, Willoughby. What I'm trying to say is I came here to find love, and I've just only gotten started. So if you stop the town now, we're never gonna have a party where I would meet a woman and fall in love. That's all.
Eric's Oscar-winning moment.
Yes.
Rock, I'm sorry. I had no idea you were, really going through such a rough time. Kind of like Big Joe, the two of you seem like you're having some real relationship woes, and I wish I could help, but my
What's it
hands
gonna
are tied.
be? Hey, enough nonsense talk, all right? You're the mayor. What's it gonna be?
Freeze! Kevin Branford's Oscar-winning moment.
Okay. Yeah, I'm the mayor. I'm Mayor Willoughby. Okay, I'm mayor of a foundation series of homes that are destroyed, businesses that have gone under. And yes, I just said the name of the film in my monologue, which means that this is really important, what I'm saying right now. But there's only so much I can do, okay? I'm just one man. And just like you, Big Joe, your wife left you, and just like you, Rock, you're looking for love. I am also looking for love. Looking for the love of my constituents. And they're not going to show up next term when I'm running for re-election if I use all of our money to rebuild these homes. And so instead, I'm going to take that money. I'm going to take that money and I'm going to run. I'm going to get a van and I'm just going to drive across the country. You watch me. I'll live in my van. I don't care. Maybe I'll go to Arkansas and start a farm with my family. And maybe it won't go well. And maybe I'll lose my hearing along the way, but it doesn't matter.
Oh,
Because
no.
I am the mayor.
The
of
big one's
Foundation
coming.
Series. I'll see you boys on the other side.
Damn you,
Foundation series.
All right. So for this next piece, we are going to have a little discussion. And I'm going to come to the comments to inspire that discussion. We're going to talk for a little bit, and then everything that we talk about is going to inspire a series of scenes. So I'm going to just come look at what we haven't touched on yet in these suggestions. And I'm going to bring this one up. Petunias and potatoes, which reminds me of gardening. It's spring. Plants are growing, flowers are blooming, and I wanted to just see if any of you have any plans to start a garden this year or do any sort of green stuff.
I got a couple things. Well, I say Heather, my spouse, she has planted some things. I'm helping more than leading the charge on this. So we have some kale, some dinosaur kale that we're working on. We try to do some, I think cucumbers, if I recall, or maybe zucchini. One of the long vegetables and watermelon. Those have not come up yet. I think it's been about 2 weeks. I haven't yet to see a little bud pop up. So I don't know if it's going to be too fruitful there. But it's fun. It's a thing to do in the morning. Spray all our little friends out there while I'm feeding the dogs.
What's a dinosaur kale? What is that?
Yeah.
Why is it called dinosaurs?
I don't know why. Oh, because it looks like dinosaurs. There you go. Thank you, Bruce.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kale, but it's maybe greener and hardier.
Narrow and
Maybe that's young dino kale.
young.
When it gets into like Tyrannosaurus, dino kale gets big.
Young Dino Kale is my rapper name. Sorry. I have a pineapple plant that I got from Wes recently. His mom grows pineapple plants, and she gave him one to give to me, which was very exciting.
Yeah.
You can kind of see it there.
She chops off the top of them, and you can put them in soil, and then they grow again, and then they shoot out pineapples. But it takes like 3 years for a pineapple to grow.
You said I'd have pineapples by summer with.
It's like a long.
I have packets. I have a couple of packets of like herb seeds that I got like a number of years ago that I've been meaning to plant because I really like the idea of having an herb garden. It's just that I do not have the green thumb. I don't have that. So whenever I have a plant, I've had multiple cactuses die on me, and as well as like succulents, like very simple to take care of plants die on me. So.
I'm going to just interject here because everyone says that succulents and cactus are easy plants to start with, but they're actually really not. And so I recommend not starting with those because while they don't need a lot of water, they have very specific water needs. And if you don't meet those needs like just right, then they will die and they won't recover.
They're out of there, man. They
I think I'm drowning them.
Yeah, you're probably drowning them. Get a pothos or a snake plant. Those are good ones to start with.
Let me switch things up here. So going back to Sarah's suggestion of spiders, a lot of people don't like spiders. They're afraid of spiders. I'm not afraid of them, but I don't want one crawling on me. Anybody got some spider fears or other phobias they'd like to share with everyone?
I respect spiders.
Yeah.
Like if I see most other bugs, I'll just like kill them right away. But a spider, I feel they have like a certain grace. And they kill other bugs, so I try to not kill spiders as much as possible.
They get a bad rap because they're unconventional looking. They're not, I think, the most traditionally aesthetically pleasing animals. I feel the same way about goats, billy goats. I have always had an affinity for goats in like petting zoos, and I always felt like This is all people know of these poor goats. They're in a petting zoo, in a parking lot in the mall. You know, we don't even get to see them in their natural habitat most of the time. I don't even really know where goats live normally, but I like the idea of odd-looking creatures that I'm rooting for. You know, yeah.
Well,
Look
yeah,
at
that's his natural habitat, just a
There's just
chopped down tree.
stump.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think goats, they live in the mountains somewhere. And then I think I saw a National Geographic of an eagle. It grabbed a goat and it threw it off the mountain, and then they go down and eat it when it falls off the mountain. It's crazy. Yeah,
How big are these eagles?
They're huge. They're like the golden eagles or whatever. They have like a 6-foot wingspan, so it's like as tall as me.
They kill
But
goats.
this way.
I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do.
It. Oh my god!
There you go.
Bruce, how
Is
are you
that real?
No.
I think they're.
No,
I
that's
think
not
those two are
real.
friends, though. I don't think
I
they're.
think that might be
He's
funny.
just
kill him. I think he's giving him a ride.
They're going on an adventure. That's like a buddy film.
They're going to Mordor.
Yeah, I can't get across this
Would
river.
love-
Can you help me out, Eagle?
That's nice.
Yeah, that's definitely not real.
Let me see here. Oh, small hands. Small hands. I have been worrying. I mean, not worrying. I'm pretty sure it's hard to tell on the screen here, but I feel like I got very tiny hands. I don't know if you can tell there.
I can't.
No, doesn't seem to be size like.
And that's not really a question so much as
We should find some sort of universal measuring object, like a calculator or something, and then we could all put our hands next to the calculator for scale. If we all have this calculator,
so we'll pass that around, and
Tell you what.
next
Yeah,
week we'll let everyone know
Right.
their relative hand size.
I used to like think it was really impressive. I would always try to palm the basketball at like recess. I don't think I was I think I would barely be able to do it. Like it would be I think it was just like the force, because I really wanted to do it, that I was able to suction cup it to my hands a little bit. It was very important at recess. If you could do that, you got some extra respect.
Yeah, that's true.
I
you have
once
suction
got a-
cups.
What?
I do for my hands. I had some suction cups sort of implanted so I could palm basketballs.
Yeah, Jason is part octopus teacher.
When I say that, I mean that I still go to schoolyards and I try to palm balls to show,
You've
But
been
I must-
banned from many of
I'm
them.
boss here.
not the boss. Schoolyard rules.
Great. Well, I think that feels good as far as topics discussed.
I like it.
We are going to go ahead and take all of those things we just talked about, and we're going to use them to inspire a little montage of scenes for you. So let's.
All right. Thank you for coming in, Mackenzie. I know that you never like coming to your guidance counselor's office, but we've just been having some complaints about you. Some of the kids have been complaining that you've been, you've been stealing their pets from their backyards. You've been just kind of running in after school, and you've been picking up their animals and just running off. And I just wanted to know what you had to say about that.
Well, Mr. Gary, I'll tell you what. I have complaints against them, and I don't hear you addressing those. Yeah, maybe I've taken a few animals, but my complaints are their animals coming to school. That I don't get a warning. I don't know that a goat's going to be here, and I'm afraid of goats. You've seen their eyes; they're the wrong way.
Well, that's true. Goats are very scary, and I completely understand how you are feeling, and I validate those feelings, Mackenzie. Okay,
Thank you,
and I
Mr.
know
Gary.
we are a rural school, so many of our students, they work or they live on active farms, working farms, and they've got animals that they want to show off. And we oftentimes once a month we've got our show off your animals day, and I've noticed that you've never brought in an animal, and I'm wondering if maybe you're a little bit jealous of the creative animals that some of the students have. What do you have to say about that?
Mr. Gary, I disagree with your representation that they're creative animals. A cow is not creative. A cow is perhaps the lamest animal on the farm. If someone brought in a vulture, that would be interesting. But milking cows on the schoolyard, I don't come to school for that. I come to school for math, history, and not cow milking.
Okay. Well, that brings me. Thank you for sharing. Right. I hear you, and I validate your feelings.
Thank you.
So I do have to say that you do have the best grades of any of the kids in the school. You're number one in math, number one in history, number one in English, but you do have the worst grades when it comes to animal husbandry and just general animal showmanship, which we tend to pride ourselves very, very, very. We pride ourselves on our animals here at Grants Elementary School. So I just want to know how maybe you're maybe feeling, since you live in that apartment complex in town, that maybe you're angry perhaps that you can't bring any animals in to show off.
Yeah, I guess I don't have animals.
Right.
So I can't bring any in. I think you're true there. You've hit a nail like right on the head.
I think that's where we wanted to land. The fact that you don't have animals.
Hey, Rhonda.
Hey,
Garden's looking good this year.
did not expect you guys to just pop back here unannounced.
Well, it's that kind of neighborhood.
Is it though?
We wanted to be.
We're trying to make it happen. We've been going through all of the neighbors' yards. We've been making the rounds, and we just came to see how your tomatoes are doing. They look good.
Well,
We tested Beth's eggplants. I squished it. Yeah, they're a little squishy this year, so I just chopped them all up.
well, be careful about Beth. She's not necessarily to be trusted.
Oh, do you have some intel on Beth that you might want to share with the neighborhood watch?
Well, I mean, I'm not one to talk out of school, but Beth has been using performance enhancing elements in her garden.
Oh,
That way.
No wonder they were so large. I've never seen an eggplant as big as a
it was downright indecent how large her eggplants were.
Well, I just hope that you're not sick from eating something that unnatural.
Oh, well, Scott has an iron stomach, so he'll be just fine. But if these allegations are true about Beth, I think we better take it to the homeowners association.
Well, I think that we should, because we would hate to have that kind of thing going on in our neighborhood.
I mean, yeah, it starts with, performance enhancing elements in the garden, and then it comes into the home, and soon her son, he's reaching that age.
Mm-hmm.
Probably going to start using steroids. He's on the football team at Victory.
That's just
High
what
School.
I was thinking. Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, perhaps we should pay a visit to little Jonathan and see if he's, dipping his toes in any ponds he shouldn't be dipping his toes in.
Well,
Would you like to join Neighborhood Watch? It's just us right now.
We think you'd be an excellent addition.
to join? I have been waiting for this day.
Oh, there is, of course, a vow of secrecy that one must take.
Mm-hmm. That I wouldn't share, for instance, anything I might know about you two.
And just what might you know about Scott and I? We live clean lives.
Yes.
Yes. I did notice that Scott was putting protein in his oatmeal the other day. I'm not saying that's unnatural. It is
It was a plant. It's a plant-based protein supplement that is well within the bylines of this neighborhood agreement that we all agreed to have clean living. And I don't appreciate the
How dare you? How dare you say that I was eating animal-based protein? That was bark protein. It was ground bark protein extract.
I feel
Right.
embarrassed. I never have judged you for that. I'm sorry. You know what they say. He who lives in a glass arborarium shouldn't throw stones. So.
Exactly. That is our motto in this neighborhood.
I think he gets a bad rap. I think he's a great guy.
I agree. I think he's one of the finest employees we've ever had at this company.
I mean, he's got small hands. He can't carry any boxes, but I think he's a swell fellow.
I mean, yeah, of course, he's got those tiny little toddler hands, and he can only carry one box at a time, and we are a moving company. But I mean, what are we going to do? He needs the job. He needs the work.
Well, I'm not sure that there's anything that can be done. I mean, we just move him to a place where he moves fewer boxes, I think. But otherwise, we've done all we can do. It's the community at large that has to sort of, come along.
I think it's so unfair the way that he is judged for his unorthodox appearance, his tiny toddler hands,
tiny
freaky toddler hands that just, I have nightmares about them sometimes, but it's not right the way that people talk about him.
Hey guys.
Todd.
Hey Todd.
I brought in the one box that was out in the parking lot, and it's right over there. So,
Thanks so much, Todd.
Thank you for doing that.
Good job.
Yeah, I think it's something valuable because it was said to keep it upright, upright and not tipped over. So there's probably like crystals in there, or not crystals, but maybe some like crystal drinking ware.
There may be, crystal light. I think there may be some crystal light in there. Todd, you mind moving that box kind of just back where you found it, just real quick?
Oh yeah, no problem.
Take it back out where it was. God, he gives me the creeps, but he's a good guy.
He's a good guy. I like him.
Hey guys, can I talk to you for a second about Todd?
Yeah, Aaron.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw the load that came in. I moved like 99% of those boxes on my own on account of Todd's tiny hands.
Hey. Okay. This is a workplace. Everyone deserves to feel safe here.
Oh, I know, that's the thing. I agree with you on that. It's just I'm going home at night. My back is just killing me. And
we hear what you're saying.
We hear you loud and clear, Aaron. And you're doing a great job.
Another thing too. Well, it's a workplace. I won't mention it. I'll get back to my job. Just wanted to let you guys.
Okay. Thank you, Ryan. He's a good guy.
He's a good guy.
Hey guys, I need to talk to you about Todd. Look, I don't want to be, I don't want to be a tattle schooler.
Tattle
toddler. Whatever. Look, I've noticed that, he's got those really tiny hands, and so he's been going in.
We don't want to identify.
Let's not talk about the size of his hands. Let's not refer to his hands.
He's using the things on his arms to get up into the vending machine because he can fit him up in there, and he's just getting all the snack. That's why there's no more Twizzlers, and that's why the paydays are gone, because he's getting in there and he's stealing them, snatching them up. I think he's taking them home. He's got some sort of a vending machine, black market going on.
You call it? You're officially accusing Todd of being a candy snatcher.
I'm just bringing up the facts. All right.
I mean, so we would have to file a report. We would have to take a look at his employment history, possibly, suspend him, even terminate his employment here.
I
gotta get out of here.
It turns out that box was just totally empty. It was weird. I guess there's nothing in there after all.
Todd, are you snacking on a payday right now?
What? Oh yeah, right here.
How much does those run?
They don't run. They're candy bars. Hey, I gotta go. I gotta go get another box. A lot of them have nothing in them. It's weird. It feels like they're fragile and they're full of crystals at first, but then I don't know. I guess I was wrong. I was wrong.
Okay, man. You came to my bridge. This is my bridge.
Okay.
All right.
See
Yeah,
how
I'm
it
the troll. I'm the troll here. Okay, and if you got to pass, then you've gotta get past me.
All right. Well, believe me, I am prepared.
All right.
So
Okay. So I'm trying to change it up a little bit. Okay, I'm not trying to. Usually, in years past, I would have made this a physical confrontation, right? But I'm trying to be less violent in my life. Okay, and my wife wants me to not be so not be so angry. So the way that you're gonna get past me, right, is we're gonna have like a polite conversation, and if you're genteel enough and your manners impress me, then I'll let you pass or something. I don't know. I've been tasked with this bridge.
Evaluate how you lay this out, because
Yeah. Well, this is the first time I'm doing it right. I've been the troll.
you've been gruff. Yeah.
Right. I've been the gruff troll under this bridge, and you guys, you Billy Goats come up here, and I've been I've been kind of throwing you off, but I'm trying to be less violent, trying to eat more kale, be healthier. I'm trying to get into gardening. So
You're trying to change your life. You're trying
Yes.
to change your life.
exactly. So I've never done this before. So
It's going to
we're
be
gonna
you're going to have to
figure it out.
You're going to have to share parts of yourself that you haven't shared to anyone.
Right. Okay. So yeah, look, if you want me to be completely honest,
Tell me about
I feel like I should have done more with my life. I feel like when I was a little, like a wee little troll, I wanted to be like my dad, who he had, a whole castle that he would defend. He had a whole castle, kingdom that he was in charge of defending. And I just had this bridge. I go home to troll family reunions, they all make fun of me.
right.
It makes me feel scared and small.
Insecure. Because in
Yes.
this example, your father, the castle he was in charge of protecting, right?
Right.
This represents a penis.
Huh.
My name is Norvin. I've been an underwater troll for some time.
Okay, Norvin, great. You're here to change your life.
Yeah, a lot of people, they don't come underwater much, so I don't get to ask any questions, nor eat their bones and drink their blood. So I don't know that trolling is right for me these days.
Well, let me ask you something, Norvin.
Yeah.
Tell me about your mother.
Oh, my mother. My mother was a rock. She was a boulder.
Okay.
I
Rock. So your mother was emotionally withholding. Yes?
I hadn't thought about it that way, but as a boulder, she literally did not have emotions. So I think that is correct.
That's right. So you've become hard inside yourself.
Yeah.
Shell.
My father was Poseidon.
Okay, so, and what does Poseidon carry?
A trident.
That's right. So in this example, the trident is a penis.
Okay.
All right. So,
Click the wrong one. Thank you so much for getting me in. I am, I've been a forest sprite going on 10 years now, and I just don't feel fulfilled by the work anymore. Tricking travelers into having sex with each other in the woods.
this is unconscionable in so many ways. Let me
go ahead.
Tell me about your childhood.
Well, I started as a tree, and then I one day gained consciousness, and sort of like Grandmother Willow, in Pocahontas, and a face appeared on the stump of a tree, and then I slowly, my limbs did extend, and then I turned into a beautiful spirit. And that was kind of how I came into being. And I just, I never had a father, I never had a mother. I was just a tree, and then I was a person.
Right. So your father and your mother were emotionally absent, right?
I guess you could say that, yeah.
Yes. They weren't there.
They just weren't there. I was just, I was left out in the cold. Just, they say the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Well, there wasn't even
There was not a
tree
tree
for me to fall from.
for you to fall from. Okay. I hear what you're saying. So in this example, I'm struggling mightily, but can't find any analogy for penises anywhere. And
Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for watching our show. We appreciate you. If you enjoyed tonight's show, then hey, check out some of our other programs that we've got going on. We got all types of stuff. The Box, Children's Playhouse. They've got tons and tons of stuff constantly happening on various nights of the week. So check out our schedule on theboxabq.com. We want to give a big thank you to our fellow improvisers, and a really big thank you to Bruce Wong. Thank you so much, Bruce. If you also enjoyed, consider making a tax-deductible donation also at theboxabq.com. And otherwise, have a wonderful evening. Oh, classes. There's classes that I think are starting soon. Go to theboxabq.com again to check out the classes. I believe Alex Knight is teaching a class. I'll be teaching a class at the beginning of May. Check those out. And that's it, everybody. Have a wonderful Saturday evening. Bye-bye.
Good night.